I'm Phil Mast, my wife Emily, and my two daughters Sandra and Sara, and Ariana, three daughters. And the twins are 6 and Ariana is 4, and we are in Manassas, Virginia. In 2001, my wife and I had been married for a year, and we were asked to go to Haiti to help out with a mission. And while we were there, a neighbor girl who was 15 years old had twin girls. She has no home, no money, no way of supporting them. So we went to meet to see if she's doing okay.
Your first thing is like, what is their name? What are their names? And she's like, I don't know. You just name them. That's what she told us.
And so I looked at her and I said, which one is the firstborn? And she said, that one right there. And I said, well, that looks like a Sandra to me. And then she came up with Sara, and they went with those names. And about 2 weeks later, we had to go home on a furlough. We came to the States for 5 weeks. First day we got back, she brought the twins to us and asked if we would like to babysit for them. That evening, she came and asked if they could stay for the night. We said okay. And then the next morning she didn't come, and so I went looking for her and said, "What's the deal? What are you thinking?" And that's when she said she would like for us to have them.
But we were making macaroni and cheese for lunch. I ran downstairs to put the lid to finish up some stuff. And just went downstairs when I heard this clatter and this loud scream. It was horrible, and I came racing up, and she was standing at the edge of the stairway like this with her. She was wearing a dress, and she was just screaming, and I saw it was wet, so right away I was, oh, she's burned. At that point I didn't know that her face was burned, so I called Phil and I said, you have to come home right away. Sara was burned really badly. So we're just going to take her to the hospital because it's like 10 minutes from here. So we got her in, and they put her on morphine right away. And so then she wasn't in pain anymore. And right away, right away that pain, you could see she relaxed. And so that was comforting. They said, well, we can't treat her here. She's going to be transported. So this happened like at 1 o'clock. We sat there until 6 o'clock until she could be transported to the hospital in DC, to the Children's Hospital. And we didn't get there until 7:30 or 8. It was about 11 o'clock before they were actually able to treat her. And the way they did is they just gave her something that made her go to sleep. And then they took the dead skin off. For me, I didn't realize how badly she was burned at first. And like the longer it went, the more, oh my goodness, it's just getting worse. This is major. How are we gonna, what's she gonna go through? Well, so I had heard of this B&W salve earlier, and Eunice was the one who called us. Was it Thursday morning or Friday morning?
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning in the hospital. And just started making trying to figure out if there were people in this area that had taken it, or who would be the closest people.
We didn't realize how much of a process it is to treat. We thought they could just bring us the product and show us how to apply it. But in reality, it's very difficult especially with a face, to wrap a face properly is very difficult.
Because 70% of her face, her skin was off on her face, and her chest had a very large area, the skin was off, and on her shoulder.
They basically said, please come to us, we know we can help her. There will be no scarring, and there's no pain while we treat it. These people are certified.
crises.
They're
Right.
certified to apply this method, and we weren't able to do it on our own. And since they were offering their home, they just said, "Come. You can stay in our house as long as you need to. We will take care of her and train you to take care of her at the same time. And once we all feel comfortable that you are able to take care of her properly, then you can go home and continue the procedure." We got there Friday night, and before we went to bed, they already applied the salve and the leaves and the bandages.
Just to her face.
And then
On Friday
we
nights.
were there until Thursday noon, which would be 6 days. Basically, 4 families in the area just dropped everything, and twice a day we're there helping us. It's a real process. It takes more than 1 or 2 people to do the whole process.
And these people, it was just so incredible how different moms, came, different dads. There was a husband and wife that came and helped us, and the people that we stayed at, he was a busy farmer. He dropped everything, when it was 9 o'clock in the morning, and he would come in and he was so good at trying to be gentle and be funny with her, because it was scary and she had to sit long, and they were so kind. And then Steve and Eunice would come, and it was like a 40-minute drive, I think, for her, and she would come and help, and we just experienced so much love and so much help from all these people. It was incredible. So many people, not just these 4 families that did it, but there was people that brought meals in because they knew we were there. It was amazing how that whole community
Came and did our laundry.
Brought all kinds of food in. They helped give us a Vitamilk because they felt nutrition is so important, and that's a grinder that grinds whole wheat. It's a huge gift. They just kept giving and giving to us, and it was so overwhelming.
You kind of expect your friends and family to pitch in and help at a time like this, but these people didn't even know us. And that's what was so overwhelming to me. Somebody that I didn't even know was willing to sacrifice their time and energy and resources.
Her face was the first to, all of a sudden, her skin was there, and it was a beautiful pinkish brown,
Like a newborn baby.
like a newborn baby skin. And that just came one day, and then every day you could see the pigment coming in more and more. It was beautiful. It didn't scar, just came in nice and smooth.
I had obviously living in Haiti, we had reached out to a lot of other people, and it feels good to be able to help someone. And it was really the first time we had ever had to receive to this extent, and it is just so humbling, and
Overwhelming.
we just could not. We thought they had given and given and given, and then they would give some more, and it was just amazing to feel that.
But they really were God's angels to us. They were there, and in so many ways, I don't think we can ever truly say how much it meant. It was.
And we asked them, how can we repay you for this? And they said, we want you to help find somebody else that needs help them. That's all we want from this. We paid for our supplies that we used, and that is all they allowed us to give them. We will never be the same after this, because we will always be looking for someone that needs help, and be much more willing to help after having felt what it feels like to have a need and to have someone pitch in like these people did.